So Pokemon Legends ZA has finally released worldwide, and with it, more than 20 new Megas have been introduced. I got together with my friends to make a first impressions top 5 list of what we consider to be the new, strongest Mega Evolutions. This video will contain spoilers of 3 new Mega Evolutions that are in Pokemon Legends ZA, so be warned. Now let's get right into it. Alright guys, and we can just get right into it. Let's start the rankings. Like I said, I got my boys 3D and Lax with me. So, at number 5, we have a Pokemon that a lot of you might think, no way you guys got this at number 5 when you see this Pokemon. That's right, we got Dragonite Mega. And don't worry, I won't have you looking at the question mark. You know I got the visuals on deck. Come on. Come on. A lot of people, they said that I couldn't edit wrong. I could.
What's wrong with them, bro?
Big shots to King of the X Roads, whose sprites I have been using in these videos, and I used about 4 of his sprites in this, so big shots to him for this really cool Dragonite sprite in the top left. But let's get right into it. All right, Dragonite Mega at number 5. So even though there's 20 new Megas and this is the top 5, a lot of people would probably have expected us to put this guy higher up, just because this is one of the most perfect base stat distributions.
Yeah, you could probably ever crazy,
like, bro, you don't usually see this much green. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
This much, it's gorgeous. You know, and even the biggest thing is probably the speed bump, going to 100 speed. Like, we knew Dragonite was getting a Mega, we knew all the stats are gonna go up, but I really didn't expect it to go right from 80 to 100 base speed. So
yeah,
it also got a special attack boost going from 100 to 145, and the attack went down a bit as well, down to 124. But even then, if you were to run an Adamant Mega D-Knight, it's actually faster and stronger than a Jolly regular D-Knight, which would be slower than this, and it would be a little bit weaker than this as well. However, all this glaze, and we still put D-Knight 5th. How come? Well, it's kind of a tough sell. We saw in Pokemon Champions trailer that Terra and Megas are going to be in this new competitive metagame. So it's pretty hard to justify using a Mega Dragonite over a potential Terra Dragonite. This is how Dragonite has made his career in Generation 9, right?
That's a fact.
Terra Normal,
trauma,
Terra Flying,
this, the last one,
Terra Fairy, Terra
right?
Ground.
Dude,
Terra Fire.
Terra Fire, like this thing.
Hey bro, Terra Ghost on OST, bro.
Terra Ghost literally won the biggest OU tournament of the year. Like,
this guy can use half the types in the game, bro.
So when you think about the opportunity cost of that and just how spoiled we got using this thing, this is still a top 5 Mega just because of the amazing BST. The defenses and the speed are good too. Typing's good. Still has access to, it's gonna have access to Roost. It's gonna have all of its good moves. It even has good special moves too. But regular DD Dragonite is just him. It clicks Dragon Dance. You start you start shitting your pants when you think, oh my god, what typing is bro gonna become? And then it's over. It's over. We've seen a lot of different speculation on what the ability for this Pokemon might be. The one I liked the most is that it has no guard, just because Dragonite has so many different special moves that
that's my favorite too.
That don't have good accuracy, right? Like, it has Hurricane, it has Thunder. I think it even gets like Focus Blast too. And that's like the Blizzard. So I really do like that. Oh wait. Dynamic Punch Dragon Dance might just drop with Dragon Rush. But we really don't know what the ability is going to be, and knowing Game Freak, they might do an epic troll and put Healer. So that
that's what I think too, because like the stat spread I feel like is their way of balancing it, because if they gave Dragonite like 20 attack more,
then it would have just been it would have been a no-brainer. Yeah, remember what everyone was so scared of? Oh my god, it's gonna have Aerial Aid. But ability,
given its special type,
even like ability aside, guys, of course if it is Aerial Aid, then we have a different discussion. But ability aside, it is gonna be pretty hard for Dragonite to compete with, Dragonite Mega to compete with the base form, just because we're so used to being able to set up and basically tailor make this thing to whatever we want and beat our opponent. That being said though, you can't sleep on this Pokemon. It's pretty underexplored. I keep looking at this Pokemon from the scope of like clicking Dragon Dance just because it's so easy, but the thing does have a godly special attack stat. Even if you were to run Timid, like bro, 389, and then the like his moves are also strong. Hurricane, Draco, Fire, like, you know what I'm saying? So we could even potentially see like a mixed attacking set, but without an item, it's always a little bit hard to get away with the mixed attacker. But I think if anyone can get away with it, it's gonna be this guy, because the defenses are so good that you're not killing this without an ice move. Like, even Stone Edges and shit could fail to kill this from a weaker Pokemon.
Absolutely,
yeah. Because it didn't used to have 115 defense. Its defense was like 95, wasn't it? Let me check.
I don't even know.
The defense was 95 and the SPDF was 100.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this guy got quite a hefty bump in those defenses. So we could see a mixed tank. We might even see the return of that old Tank Knight set. Remember T-Wave, Roost,
hell nah.
Hurricane,
I do
Thunder
remember
back
that.
in like super back in the day, because the defenses are good for it. So for that reason, guys, we have Dragonite at number 5. It's gonna be a great Pokemon. Regardless of the ability, it's gonna be a great Pokemon, but unfortunately, base Dragonite is just too shiced. It's just
Exactly.
one
Like
thing-
you just want to use base Dragonite plus a better Mega. So
Yeah,
no.
exactly. I think one thing about this though is that because it's so strong, especially it kind of bluffs what it is when you just see the Dragonite.
That's for sure.
On preview.
That's for
You're
sure.
not
That's
gonna
a
go
good
into your Tusk. Man, you just go Tusk and that gets OHKO'd by
Wait, that's a
Hurricane.
really good point.
Yeah,
Yeah.
even if you go into like Corviknight, Skarmory, this has 389 special
Yeah.
attack. It doesn't have to use Fire Blast. It can literally use Flamethrower and get past you easily with that much,
Exactly.
with that high of a stat. So the mixed, this thing also learns Ice Beam and stuff too. So those Pokemon, Gliscor, Landorus, and all them. So there's definitely a lot.
There's so many.
There's a
things.
lot of fun
was
stuff
such
that you
interesting-
could mess around with this doing. I was watching a guy battle with this yesterday on Showdown, and Thunderbolt did 45 to King Gambit. That's what I'm saying. This is
Crazy.
like this one. So this will be a good mon. We don't mean to say it's bad or anything. It's just that the mons we have picked above, we think are just a little bit better. So shout out to Dragonite. You take the 5th spot, you broken bastard. Let's move on to the next mon. All right, and next up we have one of the newer megas that some of you may not have even known is in the game, Mega Barbaracle. Now this Pokemon got the craziest makeover, I want to say. Went from a water rock typing, which many unfortunate Pokemon have to suffer this typing. Think of Kabutops, Omastar, and Co. But no, Barbaracle Mega bossed up, turned into Terrakion 2, and now we have a rock fighting type with 140 attack, good defenses, usable speed stat. The HP is not that great, but the rest of this is pretty amazing, and for that
Yeah, it is
reason,
bulky, bro.
yeah, and so for that reason, we actually decided to put this Pokemon above Dragonite, because we think that this is an even easier setup candidate, and it's going to sweep even harder. So what do you guys think? This thing, I think, honestly has ban potential.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah,
I agree with that. Like,
definitely.
what can eat a +2 hit unless you're like a Dondozo, you know?
That's what
Like,
I'm saying.
yeah,
140
yeah.
attack is disgusting, and Barbaracle in base has Tough Claws. Tough Claws is an ability that a lot of megas get. Assuming that, let's say that it even changes and goes from Tough Claws and it isn't that anymore, as long as Barb gets some type of ability that boosts its attack power, then there's truly not going to be any counters. Because if it
Dude,
keeps...
honestly-
40 attack with the boost.
That's what I'm saying.
God
And it's...
damn.
Even the SPDF bump is one of the most surprising ones, because you usually don't see rock types get blessed like this and get a usable SPDF stat. They always get hoed on their SPDF. They get good defense stats.
Stand Barbaracle.
Yo,
Yeah.
Cool.
Oh
Cool.
shit! Wait, this shit would have crazy stats and sand.
Also, dude, even if it gets like a defensive ability like Solid Rock or something random, that would still be insane
You're
and
so,
help it set
yeah,
up.
yeah, you're so right. Because we're thinking of like the most extreme case, Dondozo. Well, if you're running Dondozo, you have that's a whole different equation, right? The average team cannot hold that on their team.
Exactly,
But
exactly.
the regular like defensive mons we know, like Zapdos, Tinglu, Slowking, even the less seen ones like Toxapex and whatnot, these Pokemon are not able to handle this, especially with the coverage it has. Liquidation I just put because it hits Gliscor and Landorus. You can very well put Earthquake to hit Golden Go, Toxapex, Slowking G harder. In fact, Earthquake might even honestly be better because of how prominent Golden Go is and will return.
I
when
mean,
we have
that's
a
just not
competitive-
eating liquid like that. Like using some chip on that.
Nah, but that bold gold be hitting though. That bold gold be hitting, and that make it rain even with 106 for F. That's not bouncing off.
Oh, yeah,
But
yeah. That's
guys,
way too much.
we do think that this could be a potentially banned Pokemon, especially in like dual screens or Aurora Veil. These stats are really just too easy to set up with. And the
This is crazy.
and this
man.
coverage is near perfect, right? CC, Stone Edge, Earthquake. There's probably like
Yep.
5 Pokemon in the game that are able to handle that. So
You gonna go crazy with this? 10 years
Balloon
ago.
Gold will be everywhere, I think.
Balloon
if
Gold will literally be
these guys are
everywhere
on.
until we start rocking the Night Slash tech, and then it's over. Gold, it's over. But yeah, this is probably going to be a screens merchant, hyper offense merchant type Pokemon because,
Yeah.
I mean, it's going to be abusing Shell Smash. And guys, we know that in Legends Arceus there is no Shell Smash, but of course we're talking about when the competitive format comes out, Champions or Gen 10. This Pokemon is going to have Shell Smash since that's in the Barbaracle level up learn set. But yeah, ability or not, I think I was always like thinking, yeah, this is going to have Tough Claws or some like boosting ability, but Lack saying if it has Solid Rock or Filter or something like that, I didn't even think of that. You can set up without the need for screens. You could just send this guy, he his own one-man army at that point. Like this thing might be crazy. But I guess the only thing holding it back is probably the HP. Yesterday we were battling around with this on Showdown Custom Game and watching it in tournament. They were having like a fun tournament in the National Dex OU room yesterday, and we were watching it on stream. And Barbaracle died to Garchomp EQ in one hit. Now, I know Garchomp's not a weak Pokemon, but you'd think if bro has 130 defense, he would use that 130 defense. But I'm really just trying to highlight that the HP is really not that strong. Anyways, shoutouts to Barb, a Pokemon that was so forgotten.
This thing's speed stat being 300 is actually crazy because most Shelf Smash mons are slower than shit like Valiant, Moth.
Yes, wait, you're right. Think about it. Back in National Dex, they banned Blastoise, and his ass only got what, like 80?
Yeah, I think so. 284.
It might. Is it like two? Is it 82? It's slower than this.
Yeah, it's like.
It's some weird number, right?
280 around.
But you're for sure right about that, 3D. All Shell Smash guys, they don't hit this speed. Wow,
so they should just faster than everybody.
There's a reason we don't see Cloyster or any of those. Because they're slower than Val. There's no point. You only see the rare Poltergeist, which is and then Poltergeist is like a weak armored cheeser, so that's like a different ball game. But
that thing is like a million speed. It doesn't only have the +2.
Yeah, you're right. As far as Shell Smashers go, this is the new fastest one. And I mean, look at the attack stat. Bro's the strongest one too. Because Cloyster is an ability merchant. Yeah. Jeez, bruv. Yo, Barb might have to go up. This guy's broken. This guy's broken, chat. Guys, let us know in the comments below what you think about Barb versus D-Knight. Who's going to be an easier...
Drop the rankings in the chat.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah, of course. We want to know what you guys think, too. Anyways, let's move on to the top 3. Now, before we get into the top 3, I just want to say, we have kind of thought that these Pokemon are a bit interchangeable. These are, in our opinion, the, for sure, best 3. But of course, ability and other stuff will end up mattering. But let's get right into it. Let's get to the 3rd Pokemon. Folks, before we go any further though, we do have an honorable mention. You can never forget the honorable mentions. A lot of Pokemon worked hard to make it into this top 5. This guy right here did not make it into the top 5. He's the top 6. But we're going to show him just a quick minute of love.
Man of the year right here.
Right here. Skarmory, the new Mega of Skarmory, we think does have potential to be top 5. Because of what Skarmory can do in base. Now, Skarmory in base form has weak armor. So, with a regular Skarm, you have 140 defense, right? You could set up very easily on most physical attackers and then farm that weak armor speed boost. Then, you mega into this yellow beast, 140 attack, 110 speed, and you get to sweeping. Because 110 speed is a great speed stat, and at +1, you more or less outspeed everything you need to outspeed at that, 525 number. And then your attack is ridiculous. 379. Brave Bird, amazing stab move. Iron Head is also good. Drill Run. I played 3D yesterday. My +2 Skarmory Iron Head did 55 to Cresselia. Or like 59. Like,
that was crazy.
Bro, like...
Isn't it +2 speed?
Huh? I was +2 attack. Just Jolly.
Oh, no, I meant speed. Like, it would be 700, right?
Oh, I forgot weak armor's +2, not +1.
Yeah.
Hey, yo. Hey,
that's what I'm saying, bro. You got +2/+2.
So this mon has
look at them feet.
So like regardless of ability, which real ones know is gonna be good as gold, but regardless of the ability, this Pokemon might actually be nuts because it's so easy to set up with this amazing typing, and in base it's gonna have 140 defense. Think about all the physical moves Skarm comes in on and forces Pokemon out. Like it really. You have your Dragonite out, you click Fire Punch, I SD'd actually, and I reverse swept you. You thought Whirlwind was happening, I actually turned in, I'm the captain now, bitch, and I swept. So, I think Skarm has insane potential. Drill Run is great too. The only issue is Skarm walls Skarm, so you gotta...
Unfortunately.
Base form Skarm does smoke.
Yeah. Bring this versus my regular helmet Skarm. You're gonna be in a world of pain as those 3 spikes go up, and I def press back, but... We'll see what ends up happening for Mega Skarmory, but yeah, don't sleep on this Pokemon whatsoever, because regardless of what the ability is, this strategy is going to work when the competitive games come out, because Skarm gets weak.
He's getting Tough Claws, Thunder's Kick. I'm just saying.
Tough Claws, Thunder. Nah, you're...
Oh no, look at its feet, bro. That shit literally...
That's what I'm saying.
All right. You've convinced me. And it's getting Lax's new patented move, Psy Kick, as well. But yes, Skarm is the honorable mention, so shoutouts to Skarmory. Now let's move on to the big 3. All right, and at the 3rd spot we have Mega Greninja, which many are saying is a step down from Ash Greninja. And you know what? I get it, guys. Getting spoiled with those 145 No, it was 150 plus. This thing had 145 attack and 151 or 152 special attack. So I understand why this now feels like quite a step down, especially because it used to have an item too. You could run Specs, you could run Z-Move.
Specs.
So I understand why people are like, man, this is such a nerf from Ash. However, y'all are not paying attention to the last speed. 142 speed, which means it now hits Dragapult level of speed. And speed is king for an offensive Pokemon. I feel like people forget. Speed is king. No, Blunder said that. Speed is king.
Definitely a Solwyn quote.
Speed is king. But it's true, right? For any offensive Pokemon, the faster you are, you control the metagame. Look at what we play in Gen 9 OU. Zamazenta runs the metagame. Valiant, yeah, with Booster runs the metagame. Dragapult, Boots, checks every Pokemon on offense. Being an offense Pokemon with this high speed means you counter other offense, and that's invaluable. However, I will say, I feel for y'all, because 365 with no boosting item? Damn! I don't know. But we're really giving this a lot of love just because of the 421 speed. I think that's going to be the biggest carry.
And Nasty Plot. Those two in conjunction.
It has to keep Nasty Plot though, which I don't feel like it's going to keep because these are like Legend ZA type moves. But it feels like a Mon that would have learned a Nasty Plot, right? If this gets Nasty Plot, then it has broken potential. It has broken potential if it has Nasty Plot.
Wait, I got a question about this. Can you use Battle
Bond? We don't know because Battle Bond doesn't exist in Legends Arceus yet, so we won't actually be able to find that out until Champions comes out. My personal prediction is that Battle Bond is going to get reworked, but obviously, I don't know. Or it might just get removed. But obviously, the best case scenario for us Greninja fans is that in base form Greninja, you can farm the +1/+1, then Mega. Then you actually have you got a nuke in the club. Like, this thing is about to go stupid. Wait, but there is one thing I want to talk about. And this guy for sure gets this move. Swords Dance. And with this much attack, there's something there maybe. I don't know. I know his moves aren't like the best.
350 isn't bad at all.
That's what I'm saying. It gets low kick.
Really good.
You have to use liquidation. And then if I go to category, physical. I mean, you have Gunk, Ice Punch, Night Slash. So I'm not going to say the coverage is amazing, but with the speed. And I mean, actually, the coverage can get the job done. But it depends. I'm not going to sit here and tell you that this is the strongest breaker ever. Yeah.
Use physical and just like with like a lot of shit like Feeny and shit.
Yeah.
Normally switch in.
No, that's for damn sure. But of course, it was easier with Protean, right? So this Pokemon is really it's going to matter on ability, but I just can't see them giving this some weak.
I agree.
I can't see them giving this some weak sauce ability. I think personally, and this isn't some LARP, I do think they're gonna give this adaptability or something similar. I think they're just gonna make this Mon like as strong as it was before, and adaptability makes sense because this Mon always just be spamming its stabs in general. But
I think I agree with you because Ash Gren set the bar for Greninja, right? Because it gets an item and the Giga Stab boost. So I feel like they just can't make.
That's what I'm saying. I don't want them to go in reverse and just make it like that much worse. And they didn't make it worse, right? Because the speed is better, but as an attacker, yeah, it is a whole hell of a lot weaker. So it does make me, I don't know. But the reason that we have it in the top 3, guys, is honestly because of the speed stat. The speed stat is so good that this could end up being like one of those cleanup Pokemon for a team. Like if you have hazards on your team, you just send out Greninja to pick off the opposing Pokemon. It also has U-turn. U-turn off 125 attack is actually pretty annoying.
Yeah, it's gonna hit.
It's actually pretty annoying, right? Yeah. So you can still run 4 attack very well. And so we'll see. We might even end up seeing like mixed Greninjas and just have this be like a 4 attacker Pivotmon, but I don't know.
Kind of similar to D-Knight. Like you don't know what set it's gonna be, right?
Right.
So like you could switch into Mega Greninja and then it's Protean Specs or something like that.
Yeah.
And you're like, well, shit. Like
I messed up, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
But I do think, this is pretty heavily ranked based on its speed stat. And so we're going to have to see what ends up happening for this. If it does end up getting Nasty Plot when the competitive format comes out, though, this is going to be the GOAT. So.
Oh, it's going to be broken.
It's going to get banned. It's going to get banned because you're going to Nasty Plot, Dark Pulse, and just sweep every team. Shoutouts to Greninja, though. A fan favorite as always. Let's move on to the big 2. You guys already knew this Pokemon was going to be ranked highly. I've been saying for months, this Pokemon's going to be amazing. It's going to be the Fire-type Alakazam. And I'm so happy because this shit is the Fire-type Alakazam. This is the strongest Mega, I think. I think ability aside, this is by base the strongest. because it already learns Nasty Plot through regular level up. That's not some Legends Legends ZA gift that it got. 159 special attack is filthy. That's Charizard Y level, right? Yeah.
God
Yeah.
damn.
Yeah. And then 134 speed is the real insane thing here, because Delphox used to be 104. So I wanted it to get a lot of speed, but I really didn't think they were going to be as generous enough to give it this level of speed. 134 is disgusting. Like we were just talking about with Gren. We gassed Gren up so much and ranked it this high simply because it hit 142 speed, which is faster than the majority. Well, Delphox is literally faster than everybody else besides Gren and Pult and them. So it's about to get
403
crazy.
is so stupid. I don't even understand how
403,
this can happen.
403 is absolutely disgusting. And this thing has Fire Blast and Psychic. I kept saying I want it to be like Mega Alakazam. Well, Alakazam has to make use of Focus Blast to hit Steel types. This guy just Fire Blast or clicks Flamethrower and melts the
Fire
Steel
Blast,
type.
kill
Yeah,
everything, yeah.
that's what I'm saying. There's no like... this thing is actually crazy. I think this is broken, and I think the special defense is way too high. A Pokemon that I was comparing this to Fluttermane. Now, obviously, Fluttermane can use booster energy, so that's kind of, you know, more broken. But stats-wise, if you look at the last 3 stats, they're quite similar. Fluttermane has 1 point more in speed, but then it has a little bit more Spadef, but Delphox has way more special attack. And Delphox has better moves, because Fire Blast is crazy. So you can really run whatever you want here. As the last spot, we put Focus Blast or Grass Knot, just because coverage kind of depends. You could even put Scorching Sands if you really want, but I think Focus Blast or Grass Knot's better, right?
Yeah. Something we were seeing a lot yesterday was Expanding Force with terrain.
A lot of people a lot of people were running it with like Indeedee well, we were watching Nad Deck, so they had Tapu Lele, but people were basically running it on Psychic Terrain teams, and that seems very good, obviously, because this thing has a bad defense stat, which means it's going to die to extreme speed. Obviously, it's dying to Sucker Punch and shit like that, but if terrain's up, you're just spamming Expanding Force. This is like the strongest Expanding Force.
You don't even need a Nasty Plot. You just click Expanding
Force.
There's
zero switching at that point. Like Nasty Plot is that's if you want to literally Oko Heatran at +2. Like that's what you.
It also has access to like Taunt, Encore, right? Stuff like that.
Yeah,
so,
it has.
Like if Chansey wants to switch,
dude, I think this guy learns Wish. Yes, it learns
it does.
Wish.
I used Wish in Gen 7.
Oh my
it definitely
goodness.
gets Wish,
yeah, Delphox is really interesting. It learns really cool stuff. But yeah, this Pokemon, guys, we have this high up because ability, it really doesn't matter what the ability is, unless it's like some ability that obviously nerfs the Pokemon, some sabotage.
No,
ability.
that can't happen.
It's not happening for a starter. It's not happening. So we really think no matter what the ability they put on this is going to be filthy. When I was streaming,
this thing has crazy grip too. Look at this shit.
Dude, the fit is too nuts. The
fit is crazy.
Too nuts. Dude, I'm telling you, Delphox, the boss up they did for this Pokemon made me so happy because nobody remembers this thing, and it's cool. It's so cool, bruh. Fire Psychic, Nasty Plot, like, yo, show some love, bro. Like, this is what Victini thought it would be. No, this is the real boss. Victini thinks that this is who it is. No, you are not this guy. But yeah, shout out to Delphox making it this far. When we were going over this and theory mining on my stream a couple days ago, somebody wrote something that I thought was pretty smart. They said, what if Delphox has an ability like Serena has, where Queenly Majesty, and you block all the priority? If this thing had that would actually be mind-bending broken. That shit is banned immediately.
No, it's literally banned, bro. I already think it's banned, bro. It looks broken with Blaze. They were even about that. If they have any ability on this shit, it's gone. It can't happen.
Broken with Blaze is all I gotta hear. That's all I gotta hear about this shit. Send bro to Ubers. It's Delphox, we're so proud of you. You've made it so far, but this ain't happening, bud. You going to Ubers. So yeah, we think this one's going to Ubers. Now, finally, drum roll, please, ladies and gentlemen, as we get on to our next Pokemon. Let me pause. And finally, we have the culprit, the #1 strongest Mega introduced in Pokemon Legends ZA. A lot of you were expecting this Pokemon to be the best. And you're right. This is literally the best Pokemon ever. This is not real. Who said
how much attack does that hit without Adamant? How much attack is that?
429.
Just checking in.
429. Bro's hitting 400 without a boosting nature. And we're allowing that. Excadrill used to hit 405 with Adamant. They also gave this thing plus 15 speed, so it now hits 103 speed, which is a speed tier that no other Pokemon in existence hits, which is crazy. Did you know that? No other Pokemon has 103.
I didn't know
I
that.
actually didn't know that, but I guess it makes sense.
Yeah.
335 some weird number.
Maybe I lied. But
Yeah, it's a weird
somebody
number.
told me that on stream, and I'm going with it.
Rock
Anyways,
with that.
defense going up plus 40 is, in my opinion, the most busted. Obviously, the speed and attack going up are busted, right? But Drill was already very strong, and its speed was already at a pretty good number to where you could sweep under sand or by just clicking rapid spin and getting the speed
Yo,
boost.
isn't that Heligo 335?
Fuck.
Oh,
Is it?
No! my bad.
God
Come
damn
on,
it!
That's not a relevant mon. In
Nah.
fact, Excadrill
you're
counters the hell
in fact, you're right. Oh, I fell off. Minus aura on video. Okay. 335 speed, 100 defense though. So, if you guys have used Excadrill in the past, this thing, despite having a low spit F in defense, its typing is really good defensively, and it's able to sponge a lot of random special attacks. Moon blasts, psychic noise, common attacks like that, Drill is able to handle those, but it's never been good at taking physical attacks. A lot of neutral physical attacks like dark moves and whatnot, like you would never switch an Excadrill into knockoff. That shit's gonna get one hit KO'd because the defense is so bad. But now, with 100 defense, look at this. 361 HP, 236 defense. This can literally set up on all Pokemon now. Like, this is an insane buff. I actually have, I had a damage calc open to show this off. Earthquake, are you guys seeing this? Earthquake originally?
Yeah.
Oh, I have the Pokemon still up. Hold on. Hold on. Let me move this price. Originally, it does 101 to 120 to Excadrill, right? So Excadrill just dies, right? But if you make the defense 100 base, look how much it does now. 67 to 79.
Wait, that's a crazy
Is that
difference.
not, bro? It literally did.
40%.
It literally does 1.5x more when you have 60 defense. So like you see that? Like, this is a crazy buff in terms of
Wow.
why is it going on? Oops. In terms of this is a crazy buff. 67 to 79 is like that's what I'm saying. This is nonsense. Like,
That's Dragonite. That's adamant.
that's what I'm
Dragonite,
saying.
bro.
And so that's not even to talk
Yeah.
about like weak ass Pokemon like Gliscor clicking EQ. I'm taking that SD and then I'm killing you with Iron Head right after. Now the ability
Because I
says
have
Sand Rush,
40 attacks.
guys, because the ability on Showdown it just shows whatever's in the 0 slot on the Pokemon. But I mean, I don't know what ability this is gonna have. A lot of people think it's gonna have Tough Claws because Drill is the claw Pokemon, and again, Tough Claws is a very like mega Pokemon ability. But I think no matter what ability, it's going to be busted. Personally, I think it's going to have some type of sand ability, and I'm hoping it's not sand.
Yeah,
Veil.
I could see it.
I hope it stays
I
Sand
got the
Rush.
theory. It's gonna be Sand Rush. And
Dude, someone said
Force
Sand Veil in your chat yesterday.
No, we were
That'd be
talking
chat.
about we were talking about how it's going to combine Sand Rush and Sand Force and become Sand God, and that's the
Oh, yeah, Sand God.
new Sand God, the new ability.
It's tough.
But yeah, guys, the heightened defense boost, even if Spadef stayed the same, Drill has always been very weird in the fact that it's able to tank random special attacks. You guys know that, like, when you're using Drill, right? And you're able to take the random Shadow Ball or whatever, and it's like, huh. Somehow that 65 just feels so much heftier, but this is like beyond min-maxed correctly, right? Like, they did a perfect job with this. And you can't even switch into this Pokemon's attacks unless you resist them if you're like a Rotom or a Skarmory.
you cannot,
Anything
bro.
neutral
I
is
thought-
getting laid out completely.
I saw Chestnut take 40 from unboosted Iron.
We saw, dude,
what?
Chestnut taking 40 from Ironhead yesterday really made me stop and go, how is this even real?
A max HP one too. Like, it wasn't defense, but it was still max HP. Took
And again,
40.
because of the defense, this thing can set up on so many things that used to scare it out because of its bad defenses. And again, Rapid Spin is one of the cheapest moves ever. Farming +1 speed and removing hazards, it basically turned Excadrill into a, like, I always thought Excadrill was the best back then, and then as generations pass, it still is just amazing every damn time. But yeah, we've put this guy at the #1 slot. I think this is the easiest Pokemon to just kind of set up on its own and get to business.
Yeah.
And I think it's going to fit on mad teams too, especially with the good typing. The fact that defenses are good enough so that it can rapid spin reliably. Excadrill has always been a Pokemon that you don't have to run an item. The item is Air Balloon, which once it's popped, now you're itemless. So it's not like Mega is giving up that much an opportunity cost too by running the Excadrite. Excadrite. It's a nice name.
A fire name.
Excadrite. But yeah, guys, that is our first impression rankings.
I think one thing about this was that we really saw this shit be broken in comparison to shit like Delphox because it had Sand Rush as a
Yes,
Mega.
yes.
That's true. That's true.
Yesterday when we were watching the
That's
tournament, it did have Sand Rush, and that did make it look a lot more broken.
Yeah, no, this shit could be pretty bad if they give it some dog shit ability. But I don't think
no,
they will.
you're 100% right. But it would have to be a minus ability. I still think because
Yeah,
it has, I
exactly.
think because it has Rapid Spin though, it can still take itself out of any hole that would give a neutral ability. Because Sand Rush is obviously the speed boosting ability that turns it into a sweeper, right? But as long as they don't give it a fucking sabotage ability, Rapid Spin can still help this guy go far, I think. Because you could get swept by SD Rapid Spin this guy in a late game stage because it's fucking bulky, right? Like even on screens type shit, you never know. This could pop out and then defensively it's just bulky enough to set up and sweep your whole team. But I'm pretty.
You just set up all over shit like Gliscor that's trying to come in on screen.
Yeah, I'm really high on this Pokemon. I think it's gonna absolutely be damn near busted. But as we did say, guys, the top 3 are all kind of interchangeable. However, yo, Gren gotta stay on that side. It's between Delphox and Excadrill. That's what I
definitely.
That's what I decided. And shout out to Skarm as well. But yep, that's going to be the video. Just a pretty short discussion. I know we gotta wait till Champions or Gen 10 so that we know really what these Pokemon have abilities wise, but it's always fun to speculate and talk about it. Shouts to 3D and Lax for joining me as well. Guys, please in the comments below let us know what you think about the list. Let us know if you agree, if you disagree. Let us know where we were wrong. All right, let us know if no, Excadrill is not good because my whatever beat it. Sure, let us know. I want to know, and let us know if any megas are underrated, because now it's time for me to really get in the trenches and find out about them shite megas. Let me know if Meganium really is that bad. But we'll see you all soon. I'm probably gonna stream later as well. Chestnut's busted. When I stream later today, I'm hopping on Showdown. I'm loading up that SD Woodhammer trick room. I'm getting to business with Chestnut. But we'll see you all soon. I'm gonna have a tournament upload tomorrow for the ladder tournament, so stay tuned for that. All right, peace.